The age-old saying, do as I say, not as I do, that's not something we want to be running around here. I want to show everybody here that do as I do, not as I say. I want to be an example for everybody, and I want to run my business as everybody here should be running theirs. And I don't want to have expectations for people that I don't have for myself. So it's very important to me that I hold myself accountable. I hold my level of production to a high level, and it's something that I want to make sure I have for myself, so everybody here can do as I do and not as I say. Tonight's meeting was a pretty good meeting. We had everybody there except Jocelyn. Jocelyn's waiting to come to the meeting until more corona passes, but it was nice that everyone was there. We talked one-on-one with everybody about things that they're doing well and things that they can improve on, and it looked like everybody was very receptive to the whole conversation today. The biggest difference between when I used to attend meetings at Century 21 to now here at Right Choice is when I was at Century 21, I was just in attendance. All I had to do was show up to the meeting. I was called upon to talk, but it was always pretty easy to handle. It was just more of a checkup with what was going on. But now I'm sitting at the head of the table and I have to prepare for these meetings. I have to have conversations with people at the meetings, ask them questions, give them constructive criticism, and of course point out the great things they're doing. So my meetings before are a lot different than now, and I gotta say being in this spot now is something that I'm really enjoying, really looking forward to, and can't wait to continue doing this. I would definitely like to be a Realtor at one of my meetings. I think that these meetings are different than what I've been used to before. I think that here at Right Choice we do things different than a lot of places, maybe everywhere. And I think that being a realtor at another seat at this table at one of these meetings can learn a lot to improve as a business, as a person, as a whole. And I think it would be great to be on a realtor at one of these meetings. For this meeting, I definitely prepared a little bit more ahead of time. I had a busy day today and leading up to today, but I spent some time making some notes, reviewing everybody's week, and wanted to spend time with them going over individually things that they were doing well and that could be improved on. So yes, I spent some time planning so that we could have a more concise meeting this week. I'm definitely going to spend time planning for meetings. This meeting I felt was ran a little bit smoother. It was nice having a plan set out to go over things with everyone. It still ran longer than I was anticipating. This is something now as broker of record where I'm running these meetings. With practice, I'll be able to get timing down to more of a T. But what I found challenging at the meeting was that everybody has some areas that they can improve on, and everybody handles constructive criticism differently. So I wasn't quite sure how everybody was going to handle these things, but it was nice. It was received by everybody. I think everybody took it well, and I hope that they take what I taught them or was trying to get across to them to improve moving forward. When I spent time this week going over wins and losses with each person, I gotta tell you, it's definitely a lot easier going over wins and what people are doing well. Keeps the conversation light. People like hearing what they're doing well. It's easy to deliver this message. Should be easy on the ears. But constructive criticism, this is something that I've got to work on myself because I want to be able to help everybody at the table improve. And I don't want to come across as an asshole, and I certainly care and don't want them thinking I'm not caring by addressing some of the tough subjects. Today, Jocelyn was available at the meeting remotely, and she had some constructive criticism for me. And I've worked with Joss since day one in real estate, and she's a tough cookie, and I love it. She is not scared to put me in my place, which is key. It's one of the reasons she's here. She keeps me in check, and she's going to keep everyone else in check. So I have no problems hearing constructive criticism from Jocelyn. She can bitch at me all she wants because I know her intentions are good. I can handle that strong personality, and I actually love it because it keeps us out of trouble. I think it's great that the recruits get to see me getting my ass chewed up because I'm human. I make mistakes. I don't do things perfectly, and I'm looking to get better every day. So I think it's great that they've seen that I'm going to get it because it's a little fair warning for them to get their shit together so they don't get it like I did. I think that us having a completely transparent meeting where Jocelyn at upper management level and myself having an open discussion in front of everybody is key. I think it's very important that everybody here at Right Choice is on the same page. And if I'm doing anything wrong, I think it's great accountability for myself that everybody sees that I'm getting shit too, because we all are working on this together, and it's important for everybody to see this. Having Jocelyn tear me up a little bit this week, it wasn't even the worst, because I've done way worse with Joss. But yes, complete motivation for me not to make these mistakes. I had some paperwork that wasn't completely done correct. It wasn't done completely on time. And this is something that setting the tempo for the rest of the company, I don't want to have this happen again. Am I going to make some mistakes again? Sure am. Am I going to make that mistake again? Not a chance. Today we finally got around to talking about strategy of real estate, and it's really nice because now we're starting to get into what it's like to be a realtor and what it takes to be a great realtor. And I think it's great that the recruits, they're not even halfway or just getting done school, and they're getting to see what it's like to actually be a realtor. And it's nice for me because these are meetings that I was having with Cole before having this many people at the table. And it's nice because this is the day-to-day things that are going on. So I'm really hoping that the new recruits are learning from this and that Kev and Cole are sharpening up and polishing their skills from all this talk as well. So we were talking today about some of the systems that we have at Right Choice, and we were reviewing some of the analytics of myself, Cole, and Kevin, and how well we've been performing in the last week. And there's different variants of usage between the three of us. And I think it's very important that we looked at this today and that the recruits and Cole and Kevin and myself are able to see the data so that we can start seeing things that we're all doing well and not well, so that we can improve on our weaknesses and can shine through on our strengths to continue focusing on those as well. And with the recruits, we're starting to scratch the surface of the processes that we have here in the standardization processes of how to complete tasks and handle our buyers and sellers. And relating this to what they've been working on so far, they've been starting to create content and run cycles through the content. And it's just getting into the exercises of how to start and complete tasks to a T and doing them correctly. So we've got them doing exercises now that will help them with their real estate processes later. So moving forward from this week, there's some spots that even I can improve on with the systems we have in place. And what's important for myself with what we have in place is that I don't take these things for granted, because we have some fantastic systems that I follow, that everybody's starting to follow and implement. And one of the biggest challenges that I have is that when I get busy, sometimes I get a little bit sloppy. And this is not good, because when you're the most busiest, this is when you have to be most organized. So moving forward, my plate is not getting any lighter. My workload is changing. I'm growing into the broker of record. I'm getting into new things that I haven't been used to doing before. But this is when I got to spend a couple moments and tighten up the processes on my own end. The biggest takeaway from this week's meeting was that I really wanted to focus on constructive criticism with everybody at the table to tell them what they're doing well, but also that we can focus individually on each person on things they can improve on. Because if we constantly keep improving, we're going to elevate our level of service for our buyers and sellers, and we're going to be able to grow ourselves as people, as businesses, and make a lot of happenings. And I'm really excited to see that Cole Curtis has woken up and started making some videos, because I gotta say, when he starts putting out some videos, it gets me pretty excited too.